the first thing I'm going to speak with you guys about today, this weekend, is the power of playing to win with women. All right? The power of playing to win. So over the last decade, I've been on this journey of learning how to meet and attract and connect with the women that I like. I've approached over 10,000 women in my life, maybe even 15,000 at this point, everywhere that you guys could think of all over the world. And most of those interactions went absolutely nowhere. Total failures, rejections. You know, I've heard it all. I've heard girls telling me that they're lesbian, they're asexual, that they are just not looking to date right now. I've told girls that I'm disgusting, that I'm the creepiest, most inauthentic person they've ever met, right? I've literally gotten every rejection that you could think of. I've had girls even spit on me. I've got it all during my journey. But I've also had the flip side. So I've had many experiences where I approach girls at bars and clubs, grocery stores, even like on the street, and end up having these beautiful experiences where I take them back to my place and build these deep emotional and sexual connections with them. Like I've had it all, right? I've had flings, I've had one-night stands, I've had short-term relationships, I've had passionate long-term relationships. I've had, you could sit down by the way, I've had even threesomes with like beautiful girls. I've tried it all, I've experienced it all. And when I look back at all of my interactions with women, I could put them into two categories, like almost break them down. Category one, category two. The first category are all the interactions with women where I was playing what's called not to lose. So I want you guys to think about that. The mindset of playing not to lose. I was going into these conversations, whether it was a cold approach, whether it was a date that I was on, whether I was even texting a girl, or even in a serious relationship with a girl. The thoughts and the beliefs that were driving that interaction were, how can I not do the wrong thing? How can I make sure that I won't get a bad reaction? How can I do everything that I possibly can to avoid conflict, confrontation, consequences, and keep myself safe here? Whether that means avoid disapproval or just get something out of the girl, right? Get some validation out of the girl. Playing not to lose. That was the first mindset that I was in. Now, this, if you guys understand, the mindsets that you guys hold, they affect the way that you feel, which affects the way that you act, which affects the outcomes that you create in your dating life. It's like a loop that you're stuck in. You could sit here, there, wherever you like. Now, the way that this affected my behavior, this playing not to lose mindset, and you guys are going to notice this stuff in yourself. We're going to talk about it. Examples would be me seeing a girl that I wanted to approach and really just feeling it out for minutes, if not even hours before approaching her. Timidly walking over, doing everything I can to like not get a bad reaction. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? That stalling, hesitant, doubtful energy that you bring, where you're like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Is it okay if I talk to you? That type of energy. Always getting rejected when you do that. Always. Like 99% of the time. Yep. Exactly. Right? So that's one example of playing not to lose. But it goes a lot deeper than that. You could be trying to act cocky. You could be walking up to girls with like this like macho demeanor, trying to act like you have your shit together, like you're this tough guy that knows all the things that you like, basically acting like you're not truly yourself. That's also actually a form of playing not to lose, because that front that you're putting on, the reason you're doing that is because you're hiding how you truly feel. You're hiding your vulnerability. So playing not to lose isn't a behavior. It's not, if I say this, I'm playing not to lose. If I say that, I'm playing to win. That's not what this is. It's the intention in the place that you're coming from. It's what is driving your actions. So if the mindset, the intention behind the things that you do and say is, How can I avoid a bad reaction from this girl? How do I control the situation? You getting up in your head, analyzing, if I say this, she'll react like that. If I do that, that's going to happen. That's all playing not to lose. And women sense it. And guys, I'm embarrassed to say this, but honestly, the majority of my interactions, of those 10, 12, 15,000 interactions, were all me playing not to lose. And that's why I got terrible results. Now, the interactions that I had success with, right? Like retroactively looking back at this, I came from a very different place. I came from this place of playing to win. And it didn't mean that I was outwardly saying things that were crazy bold or that I was being super charismatic, right? There was this limiting belief that some guys have that to be attractive to women, you need to be very outwardly confident. Like, who feels that way? I mean, I felt that way my whole life, is that I need to be this huge personality, loud voice, deep voice, right? Huge energy. That's what women want. Not true. Because it's not about your outward behavior, it's about what's happening inside of you. So playing to win at its core means that you're being unapologetically yourself. You're being your true self. So how you feel deep down, you're honoring that. So you see a girl, you feel nervous around her, you don't hold that back. You say, you know, you make me really nervous, and that's why I want to come talk to you. And you own that, and you let that be seen, and you don't hide that from her. Now, playing to win isn't obviously just about telling girls that you're nervous. It's not about the first 5 seconds of a conversation. Even that's a lot of what we harp on with you guys in the accelerator. It's every step of the process. During approaches, during dates, during relationships. It affects everything that you do. From the way that you look at women, they could smell, is this guy playing not to lose, or is he playing to win? I'll give you guys some examples. You're sitting at a bar with your friends, you see a beautiful blonde across the bar. How many of you guys have looked at her, kind of gotten like a little bit nervous, put your head down, looked away, shamefully? Oh, it's creepy to make eye contact. She'll probably think I'm weird if I keep looking at her. Those thoughts. If you're looped up in those thoughts, you're playing not to lose. Because the guy that's playing to win is going to say, fuck it, I'm going to look at you in the eyes. I'm going to make direct eye contact. I'm going to let you feel that I want you. And I'm not going to hide that from you. That's called playing to win. Playing to win comes through in the way that you start conversations, right? It comes through in, do you fall into this, generic chit chat that a lot of guys get into of, oh, what do you do for work? And where are you from? And how many pets do you have? Stuff that you guys just don't care about. Or are you saying what you really want to say? I came over because I saw you and I feel very attracted to you. And it's beyond just the words. It's like the energy that you're putting out there that she could feel, that you're almost like energetically penetrating her. That's called playing to win.
And you're going to answer this?
In 1 sec. Yeah. So that's called playing to win. It affects the way that you guys set up your dates, right? Think about the way that you guys set up dates with women, even off the apps. Are you thinking about where she would want to go? Or are you taking her where you want to go? When she gives you shit, when she tests you, do you kind of concede? Do you apologize? Do you shrink your energy? Or do you say, hey, you're not going to act like that around me? And you hold that frame with her. One is playing not to lose, the other is playing to win. So women ultimately, at the very, very core, want a guy that plays to win, okay? As much as possible. So this weekend, there's 2 things I want you guys to do. This is going to be a huge theme for this weekend as we're starting 2025 here, is playing to win. Number 1, start to notice all of the subtle ways that you guys are playing not to lose. From how you walk, to how you talk, to how you hold your hands, to how you look at people, to how you talk to women, to what you say, to the energy you put out. Start to notice all of the ways that you are contracting, all the ways that you're getting small, all the ways that you're shrinking. Okay, that's number one. And don't judge yourself for it, right? A lot of these patterns, guys, you'll realize are deeply rooted inside of you. It's like a spider web that's woven inside of you that has just been there all your life. It affects everything that you do. And the way to unweave that and to unpack that isn't by beating yourself up and cracking the whip on yourself. That's not how you do it, because that's only going to make it worse. You bring awareness to it and you just remind yourself in a gentle way, hey, I'm playing not to lose right now. And you just detach from that behavior. That's it, okay? Number two, challenge yourself, guys, this weekend to play to win. See what's possible. Take risks. Do things that you maybe have never done before. Share things with women that you've never done before, right? As you guys do this model work right now with these beautiful girls, there's gonna be stuff that comes up. And you guys will have two options. You'll either try to act cool, shrink, close off, look down, just be this like small little lower self version of yourself, or you can expand. You can open up. You can let yourself feel these emotions, and you can actually get vulnerable about them and share them. One is going to lead to you deepening the same pattern that got you here. The other is going to start to break that pattern and allow you to actually realize your full potential. Okay? So something that I talked to you guys about as you first walked in the room is that this is not even about women. Like the work we do, guys, it's not about women. It is, but it's not, right? Like we market this as a dating coaching program, but at the end of the day, this is about you. This is about the work that you need to do with yourself so that you can actually reach your full potential. And when you do that, the women will come. They'll come in flocks. Okay?